sports, entrepreneurship and business, fashion, and social media craziness.
What's up, guys? Happy Thursday. You are on the mic with Stefani V. It looks like my hair is getting kind of chopped off, so I'm going to pull the camera up a little bit. There we go. So you can see the full effect of my fro. How's everybody doing? It looks like my hair is getting kind of chopped off, so. Well, you'll soon find out who my special guest is for today. I hope everyone's having an amazing day. So much is going on this week and so far in May. So has everyone been having a busy month? I hope so. Hey Judy, what's up? Thank you for your comment on Instagram. I think I have some lipstick on my teeth. Yeah, so I've been vacationing, and I went to a little place called Jamaica for a little while, and now I'm back. I am live on Instagram stories, so if you're on Instagram, what's up? Follow me on the mic, Stefani V, and check me out on my regular Instagram. It's Stefani Vara. So far, this week has been pretty productive. I've had some couple days off, and I've been around the house with my mother, and it's really crazy because it is Mother's Day this weekend, and so many special women need to be this whole episode is dedicated to special women empowerment, mothers, women who are trying to be mothers, mothers who are trying to adopt, mothers, grandmothers, all of those, even aunts. Okay, I don't have any kids, but I feel like my nieces and nephews are my children, and I feel like a mother to them. So for those of you who are special tias out there, this whole episode is dedicated to you. So I wanted to start out by saying I do have a special woman in my life. That is funny to say. And the other day I was going across some essays that I wrote in college, actually. And this essay was called Mi Madre. And I'm just going to read the first paragraph to you because for those of you who live in Baytown, you know of this. I grew up in Baytown, Texas, and so many of you have probably driven by this tree, but there stands a majestic oak tree in the middle of Baytown, the city where I grew up. It's about 100 years old. Its roots, as one can imagine, must extend far below the earth's crust. Its gnarled and weathered branches illustrate the life story of the oak tree. I've passed this tree almost every day of my life, while in my car, on the bus, in my dreams. And when I envision this tree, I'm reminded of my mother. Her roots or her spirit are embedded deep into the earth. Her leaves or her children are rich with pigment and texture, and they flourish with all of her strength and motivation. She encourages our growth and molds us into the people who we are today. I know that without her incessant love, affection, and encouragement, my siblings and I would have been the fallen leaves. So with that, I want to introduce to you one special woman, and she cannot wait to get on camera because most of you know that she is the star of Comida Caliente, but everybody give it up for Miss Dini Vara. I'll give you a little round of applause. Say hi to everybody, Mom. Hello, everybody. As you can see, she's sitting on top of me, not beside me. That is because her love is just so strong. She just can't seem to get enough of her daughter. This week, we have been all about women empowerment and just being confident again with who we are and what we're doing in our lives now. Being motivated to start new things and stop looking at things as if they're work and feel empowered by what we're doing. So this week Mom, what did we do? We joined a jazzercise class.
Yeah, Stephanie went with me, and that was kind of nice because I hate to do things by myself that way. So we really liked it. I think I'm going to go back. just depends on if I can stop being sore, because I'm really sore now.
And guys, for all of you mothers out there who are a little hesitant in starting to work out, which mom was, give it up for Jazzercise, because it is women of all ages. It is, you can go in and come out if you need to, and you can take it as far as you want to go. I was jumping and hopping as if mom was kicking her legs. So it just, whatever your...
for the older woman.
No, for the more mature women.
Or for the bigger woman who can't do all the hopping and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, someone said, I thought she was your sister. Thank you.
Holla!
You know what? The crazy thing...
Somebody else said that.
The crazy thing about it yesterday is that a lot of people think she is my sister. So, I tend to kind of not tell her that because it goes to her head. But back to Jazzercise. It was awesome. If for those women who need an outlet and don't get scared to go to the gym, join Jazzercise. I know we might be the billboard for them, Mom.
We might be.
I don't know.
I'm so excited.
I don't know if I'll go back, but she's definitely going back.
I'm definitely going back. Yeah.
What
Not
else?
today.
Not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
Oh, and if you join today, it's free all month. So they're doing a special program where if you go.
Where is that, Steph?
Huh?
Where is the Jazzercise?
It's in Houston. Yeah. I think Jazzercise is all over the United States, but the one in Houston, if you go this month, it's free all month. So another incentive to get your workout on. What else do we do, Mom?
We bought plants because I've been wanting, almost since I moved into my house, I've been wanting to do some gardening, to do some landscaping, to do something with my yard to make it a little bit easier, because, the cutting the grass and all that kind of stuff, I'm old now. I can't do all that anymore. So I did preliminary stuff, but I didn't have any plants. So Stephanie went with me and we got plants and we planted.
We planted, and as I'm buying these, as we're in Home Depot, which is, okay, not to be sexist.
It's a fun store.
It's a different store. It's a place where I don't tend to enjoy going to, but as we're in there, I'm like, I'm feeling so empowered. We're buying dirt and flowers, and we're a small shovel to dig, which was, another whole workout in itself in this Houston, Texas heat. But we did it. We did a small little garden in the front. We planted 2 in the back, and we're doing more. So
it's a beginning.
It's a beginning, and that's what I know. I always start out with motivation, but for women, it's sometimes you have to just step out on the unknown.
Yes, my eyes are open.
Who's asking that?
I don't know, but it looks like my eyes are closed. But they are open. Can you see them?
Anyway, back to motivation. Sometimes you have to step out on that first unknown to realize that you can take
Junior.
You can take care of the project yourself, which is something that she tends to be a little hesitant about, is doing things on her own. But let's talk a little bit about mothers and Mother's Day and what it means to you to be the mother of 4 amazing, beautiful, intelligent children.
Yeah, they took after their mother. We don't even know who their real daddy is. That's how it goes.
We're positive here.
It's been very enlightening. It's been a career for me. I loved being a mom. I loved doing everything that we did together. I loved being a part of the school. I loved learning how to do that. And it was a learning process. You don't go to school and they teach you how to be a mom. It is those things that you learn from your mother. As you are growing up, there are going to be those things that you love about your childhood, and you'll pass those things on to your children. There'll be those things that you didn't like, and you're not going to pass those on, and that's how you learn to be the type of mother that you are. I think I did an excellent job. Like I said, my children have all graduated from college. They are very assertive. They're loving. They're kind. They're worldly. And for that, all for me, it's a success. I did not graduate from college. It was something that I chose not to do. It was not my cup of tea. It did not mean, though, that I did not learn how to do everything I needed to do. My children graduated from college. So in my opinion, I have 4 degrees
from really good colleges,
from really good universities, and for me that's great. That was my education. So it is. I know mothers out there who grew up with me, who learned to be mothers with me, and I applaud them because we know what it was. We know the work and the struggle and the joy. Oh my gosh, the joy of accomplishments and watching them succeed and watching them do what they needed to do was just tremendous. And we wouldn't do it any other way. As I go back sometimes and talk to these moms about saying, what would you do differently? I would not do anything differently. It was what made us who we are today. And I am just so proud of who they are today.
So some of you guys haven't seen Mom on Comida Caliente or Casa de Vara, but she is the face of this show. And I think this was one of the reasons why I decided to create the show, was because I saw, yes, as she said, she didn't go to college. And
hi, Connie. I love you too.
And Judy went to high school.
Hey, Judy. Remember? I remember.
Some of her talents that I think a lot of mothers, once they become moms, they forget a little bit about themselves and who they are and what they're doing. It's so enwrapped in what their children are doing. And I know mom's gone through that now, because even some of us are out of the house. And so it's been hard for her to figure out who she is again, and what she likes and what she wants to do. And so one of the reasons I created that show was because I knew that my mom's had some underlining talents that she kind of came so naturally to her. So being in front of the camera, being around people, engaging in people, and if you watch the show and cook with us, you'll see all of those talents. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to capture those. And it was one of the reasons why this show has been so successful, is just her being in front of the camera and being who she is. And I think, Mom, sometimes you just being you is something that you tend to forget how special and truly special you are.
Oh, thank you, Minita.
You know,
very much.
And so,
could you pay your rent? Okay.
Oh, gee.
You do sometimes forget, and we do sometimes forget. But what I it was my life. It was my career. Again, a lot of women have other careers and stuff. This was my career. This was my job. And I took my job very, very seriously. And I was very successful at my job. Like I said, it didn't pay me monetary, but what it paid me emotionally was just, I think, much more than any money I could have ever made. And so in the end, yes, I'm broke, but I'm just really happy with my kids.
and now that she is later in life, she has a career. She's a flight attendant. She travels the world. So, just because you get older doesn't mean that you can't find another career that can last you. She ran the restaurant for 17 years, catered all of Baytown. If you lived in Baytown and didn't eat any of Casa de Vara's tacos or salsa or enchiladas, you missed out on that food. And she was there. My father was there. And later on, after that went separated, she went and found another career. So I think for a lot of women, and even my sister now, as I said, she has 4 kids. All of them are in school, and now she's going to have a little bit more time to herself. So finding another career, what you're actually really good at, is something extremely exciting. Can be extremely scary and super excited. So we just wanted to yeah, Judy, I know you did with your booty. Anyway, we just wanted to tap on how special mothers are in this. And growing up, I had two amazing mothers. My grandma, who raised us as well, and she's not here. This month is her birthday, but we think about her every day, and I wouldn't be who I was today. My siblings would not be who they were today without her strength and love and home on Florida Street, home on West Gulf, and we cherish that in our hearts. And so for all the mothers out there, salut, we love you, and
good job.
Yeah. We're gonna move on though. Mom's gonna stick with us.
Yeah. The whole show.
Mom's sticking with us the whole show.
Boom.
So we are going to get a bit of her opinion. She tends to give it. She went on the sidelines when I am doing this show, and gives her opinion anyway. So we'll just make it fun. But we're going to talk about a little bit about Cheeseman. And I first want to say, like, what is going on the airplanes? What is going on with all these crazy people?
Everybody needs to take a breath. If you think that this is something new with the airline, take a breath. This has been going on for a very long time.
Right.
9/11 changed the way we fly. We no longer get trained on just service. We get trained to take a look at what could potentially be something that could hurt our passengers, and we're doing that. Let us do our job.
Outside of that, people want money right now. So
they do.
Most of what's going on the planes, the fighting, the lady that said that she peed, the flight attendant made her pee in the cup. Yes, exactly. Most of that is because people are now seeing like what this doctor did, and I'm not saying that he wasn't treated wrong, not saying he was treated right, but they're seeing dollar signs, and the airlines have to grab a hold of that, because there's just going to be more incidents, people fighting on the plane.
We have been removing people from our aircrafts if we feel that they are a threat to our airplane and our passengers for a very long time. The difference now is social media. You feel sorry, so then they feel they have the advantage of saying, we want something in return. Think about it.
Right.
Do what you're supposed to do. If we're removing you, it is for a reason. Comply. It is very important, not only with the flight crew.
She is telling y'all, don't get on Deanie's flight.
Not only with the flight crew, but with a law enforcement. We're going through that. We need to have that respect for our law enforcement. And then we're telling them, well, no, you don't have to respect them, because if they're trying to remove you and they remove you, well, you can sue. Well, boom, there you go.
Yep.
So what's that teaching your young children? It's teaching them it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want to do anyway. That's not the way it's supposed to be.
So
there you go.
people, listen to your flight
Get on
attendant.
my airplane. I'll show you a really good time.
I don't know who else is sad out there about this, but we're nearing an end to the last season of Scandal. Has anybody been watching that? Has anybody made it to the last season, season 7? I mean, I was really in it with 1 and 2, and then I kind of lost
love
focus.
Olivia Pope, but let's get real here. Olivia, I mean, you got to move on. Let's get married and have your babies and move on with your life, because how long are you going to be able to save the presidency? I mean, we've got to move on to another election or something, Olivia. Your job
We need Olivia Pope right now.
Yeah.
If we had Olivia Pope right now, Trump would be out of here. He wouldn't be firing the FBI people. He wouldn't be looking to see why he didn't win the popular vote.
I don't know. There could be an Olivia Pope in there, and we don't even know her. She needs to come on forward.
Well, that could be why they created
stuff
the
is
show.
happening in this administration that we're not aware of, and so there you go.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I'm not sure if you guys saw, Betsy DeVos spoke at Bethune-Cookman in Florida, and she was the commencement speaker at the school.
Who was in charge of that? Duh, epic fail.
Yeah, hashtag
I mean,
epic
let's
fail.
think about your students.
And I would have told, and the dean comes on as they're booing her, turning their backs on her, and the dean comes on and says, if this behavior, continues, your degrees will be mailed to you. Well, FYI, your degrees are mailed to you anyway. You don't get your degree when you walk across the stage. And if I worked this hard, paid that much money to that university, and that was the person that was my commencement speaker, person who knows nothing about education, who never paid a cent or a dime for an education, nor her children's education, do you think that I would be happy with that or want to sit through that? No, I would be doing the same thing. So I salute those students at the university.
I salute them also.
Being strong and, really standing up for what you believe in. That's what
having a voice.
Having a voice, and that's what it's all about right now, especially with this political massacre.
Make your voice
that we're
be
going
heard
on.
If you're not content, because it is your administration. It is your president. It is not their world to administer to. It is yours. You have to make those decisions. So good job as far as I'm concerned.
Me too.
Okay,
so should we give him a clap?
Yeah, let's clap.
Okay, wait. All right, we're gonna move. Oh, and so I just heard that Jennifer Hudson. It's been a while since she's had an album out or anything, but she is joining The Voice. I've been more or less watching The Voice. I kind of quit on American Idol. Obviously, it's over. I heard it was coming back, but I think her and Kelly Clarkson. Kelly Clarkson is going to be judging on The Voice. So if you watch it, that's for next year. I don't know. Alicia Keys was one of my favorites. I don't know, and I don't really see anything coming about from the winners of The Voice. You can see like on American Idol that a lot of Kelly Clarkson, what's the other country western singer that actually have come out with albums, and you've seen them and been successful, but I haven't really necessarily seen that with The Voice, and that's kind of why I don't really get into it, because I feel like those competitions are so like
the production.
You can sing, you can't sing, you'll never make it, you will make it. And obviously I'm what they say, you'll never make it, and have made it. I do my own music, you can do your own music. So anyway, so that's all for Cheeseman, but we're going to move on to sports. What in the world is going on with this guy, LeVar Ball, and his father? I don't know if you know, but it's this basketball player. He's still in college. He hasn't even gotten to the NBA. I was going to say NFL. What did that would have been NFL. He hasn't even got to the NBA yet. And his father has like taken over his career, talking smack to all these NBA, huge NBA
But he's getting
players.
a lot of money.
He's not getting money. He's also created his own sneaker that's worth $495. Now think about this. If you're in college struggling struggling to make ends meet, whatever, who in the world wants to buy a LeVar Ball sneaker for $500?
So it's a hype.
Crickets, crickets, crickets. Nike has passed on him. Under Armour has passed on him. So basically,
he needs to get his degree.
He needs to get his degree. He needs to stay in school. That's
school.
right. John says he would buy Gucci instead. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like, why would you buy Why would you buy a no-name football player, or I keep saying football, I kept football in my basketball player sneaker for almost $500? I mean, that's when the mother, the father is doing too much.
Get reality.
Get a life. He also wanted their own reality show, which that was passed up on. The father has gone, and the son is good.
Well, you know what? They're trying. Obviously, there's a lot of garbage out there that has made it, and you're wondering, well, how in the heck did that happen? So you know what? They're going for it.
Exactly.
Somebody out there is maybe going to take a look at him and say, okay, so whatever.
Exactly.
In the meantime, get your degree.
Yes. There is no reinstatement for Josh Gordon, he's an NFL player. He was suspended for substance abuse. Supposedly he went back and got better and is supposed to come back into the NFL. And I say good. When you're given too many tries and you've tried and you've failed at many, many tries, you know what?
That's it.
That's it. That's just showing students and young kids who are like killing themselves to be in the NFL, to be in the NBA, and have this talent and want to be doing better and are doing better, that you're just giving these people second chance. There is no second chance for that amount of money. That's it. Period. You're
You either
living
want
an
your
opportunity,
life or
you're
you don't
living a
want
dream.
it. And if you don't want it, then go for
And
it.
you can't tell me that there is not a player that's better or as good as him that can actually come in there and do what he's supposed to do for that amount of money.
Right.
So no more second tries. Sorry.
There's consequences, and that's, consequence to your doing drugs is eventually you got to go.
Okay. Isaiah Thomas was fined $25,000 for fighting with a fan, or not fighting, but having a just discussion with a fan at a basketball game. And it's like, $25,000 for Isaiah Thomas is like chump change. But obviously, I don't know what was said. I don't know what.
Can't take the heat. Get off the court.
Or not even that. But the fans, fans been saying too much.
They're crazy.
And Isaiah Thomas just lost his sister.
Oh.
So he's emotionally disgruntled. Like, why would you even say anything to somebody? And obviously, it was his fault because he was the one that was fined. Or again, people in the stands waiting to figure out how to make some money. I mean, it's just simple craziness. I tell you, it's madness out there. So yeah, that's all for sports. And anything else you want to talk about, Mom, that you might?
No. Go Rockets.
Oh yeah.
Go Stros.
Go Stros.
Tonight is the big tonight.
I have no idea.
I think it's tonight is the big game. Either they do it or it's history. So San Antonio Rockets, let's see if they can pull it through,
This
Either
is a
way,
big Texas. These
it's
are
a big
two
Texas
rivalry.
teams.
Like,
Yeah.
if you're Spurs, you're Spurs for life.
They're both
You're
going to
Rockets.
bring it. So let's see who brings it more.
Did you say hi to people on Instagram Live?
Hello.
Yeah, we're live on Instagram Live.
We look really good.
We
on
look better on
Instagram
Instagram Live
yeah.
than Facebook
Okay.
Live, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Let's move on. Guys, it is almost 3 more weeks left till I hit the stage in Washington, D.C.
So excited.
I am so excited. Is there any bloggers or social media people, anybody in D.C. that is looking for a ticket to the Women Empowerment Expo? Please, please, please email me. I was giving away 2 free tickets. You can email me at info@stefanivar.com and come check out this expo. It's going to be so many amazing speakers. There's going to be performers, speakers, giveaways, workouts. And it's also, my mom's going to be there, so you can meet her. We're going to be giving away treats, and I'm going to be talking about my campaign, Follow My Feet, which also, by the way, I'm heading back to Baytown to speak at another school. I won't tell you what school it is until afterwards, but I'm heading back again to my hometown to talk about motivation, giving you my motivational tips. So if you're in Baytown and you need me to come to your school, please email me at info@stefanivar.com. What are some of the gifts, Mom, that Mother's Day gifts? Give some ideas. What are some things that you would like to be given on Mother's Day? Because I know people are struggling. I know John was saying, what should I get my mom? Some people hate flowers. Some people want chocolate. Like, what is something special?
This is something that my mom always really loved to get. And that's just, I want everybody just to get along.
That's not a gift.
To love
that's
each
exactly
other,
what I tell her.
to be happy. That's
not a
great gift for me. And
Yeah.
there you go.
But the problem with that is that when my grandma would say it, there would be something going on in the family that she would need to say that about.
No,
Now,
she would just say it anyway.
Now there isn't, and so now I'm saying, what is it tangible thing that some good things that you would want? Like,
I want a fruit tree.
Okay.
I want a fruit tree to put in my yard.
So maybe she's
a
not getting
lime tree
this.
or a lemon tree, something like that. So I'd like to have a fruit tree.
That ain't happy, man. You okay? So some of the ideas that I have that might be good for your mom that she's obviously not thinking of.
I'd love to get
a facial,
a
massage,
Botox. I'd love to get some Botox. I'm looking at myself on the screen, and there's certain areas that I'm really looking at that maybe would be good with a little Botox.
Okay.
I'd like to get my eyes.
This isn't about.
You asked me, or you didn't
I'm
ask
not
me?
asking about you. I'm asking what mothers would want.
Well,
They want
mothers,
flowers,
that's what mothers
chocolate,
No
a brunch.
No
a
chocolate,
brunch.
no chocolate. Brunch is good, but that's always kind of a very kind of a
Expensive.
very expensive, and it's not very intimate. Now we're thinking about doing a Theater Under the Stars
In Houston.
in Houston. So we're going to go out there early. We're going to throw a blanket down and do a little picnic. I believe the performance that night is Madame Butterfly. So that to me is really fun. The kids can run around.
We're doing Moscato and
We
fried
can do-
chicken.
yeah,
Just
that's
like
just
Mexicans
great.
at the
Perfect.
park.
And we're doing Mother's Day on Saturday because I also have a daughter who's married and a mother. So this way on
You can
Sunday,
say Danielle, they know.
Danielle, okay, hi Mija. So that way Danielle can have her day on Sunday and she doesn't have to worry about coming over and seeing about me and stuff. So that works out great. I'm actually going to work on Sunday. So all the mothers coming on my airplane are just, you're going to be really blessed with having me as your flight attendant on Sunday because I'm working.
So those are some of the gifts that you can give, guys. Any little thing,
Anything.
A nice. I'm really big about cards and writing out how I feel, and my Scorpio side comes out because I give you all my emotions and what this and that. But a nice, beautiful card. Anything really helps just to show how much. And you know what? I always get mad about just these one special days that you're like honoring and cherishing the people that you love, but really, honestly, it's every day that you should give this amount of love and show somebody that you love them, whether it's your mom, your boyfriend, your sisters, your family. That's really about it. I don't want to keep going because I'll start crying. Thanks again for joining us. This one was short, but actually long. Follow us on the mic, Stefani V. Follow me on Instagram, Stefani Vara. Facebook Live if you haven't joined me. If you haven't liked my Facebook page, go to Real Stefani Vara and like it. I need all the fans I can get.
If you have any questions for me, just go ahead and
If you
post
have
them.
any questions for Deanie, if you want to know when the next shows are coming out, she is getting in her jazzercise. She's getting jazzercise ready. She's getting her recipes ready because Comida Caliente Live is coming soon, and we're gonna get you guys prepped, and you will know when the show is coming. And also, Comida Caliente Salsa is gonna be made in the next 2 weeks, so we're getting excited about that. So stay tuned for your fresh new bottle with fresh new label.
Woohoo!
Alrighty, guys. Well, it's been fun. And,
Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. All my comadres.
That's all.
Oh yeah, say everybody meet them.
All my comadres out there. I love you so much. Happy Mother's Day. You know who you are.
Until next time.
My life just wouldn't be the same without you. Okay.
Okay, shush. Bye.
Okay.
That's Trisha. Hey, Trisha.
Trisha!
We're still live on Instagram.
Oh, your babies are so beautiful.
Yes, they are. They
All
are.
of them.
Mhm.
You have grown men already, and it's like, oh my God. So handsome. So happy for you. Talking about being a mom. Good mom.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it, guys. Follow my feet. We will see you in 2 weeks. Besos. Oh, I don't think I pressed stop on Facebook Live.